Matthew Perry, a.k.a. Miss Chenandler Bong. Remember, he died of a ketamine overdose. Well, 5 people have now been charged in his death, including his assistant, who injected the lethal dose that killed him, and a drug dealer described as a wizard and also known as the ketamine queen.
Oh, yeah! Good morning and welcome to episode 1526 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, August 16th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/hardfactor for more bonus episodes, up to 3 a week. Enjoy them. Today, Wes has an update on Olympic women's boxing for us.
Yeah, might be the second to last time we talk about this boxer, Imane Khelif, who, everyone got wrong, including us, including, me. So we're going to correct some things and tell you what she's up to.
Well,
really,
mostly
the
IBA.
That's where
Most of it stems from. There's a boxing association that claims the original. We'll get into it. Pat, if you're watching the video version of the show today, he's got a sweet setup where you can't see it. It's just a silhouette, so it's very mysterious. He's got a baseball bat beating story for us. Whoa.
Yeah, I got a story for you.
Yeah, are we supposed to call him by his name, or
Did you do the beating? Anon Daddy?
Yes, say it again.
What's up, Anon Daddy? Thanks for joining the podcast.
You called?
We want to hear
There's a circuit out. Like, there's a circuit blown in my house. Okay. And it's just a circuit that all my lights are hooked up to. So I just got, it's either this little light or a non-daddy.
You can't flip it? Or do the little light so we can see your face.
Yeah, the light's better. If you listen to the Hive Hour last week, Pat had a circuit issue last week too.
What?
So you're telling
this is different.
You're overloading a circuit down there.
That's not true, Will. But if I get a goddamn electrician out here, I'd know for sure. Yeah, an 8-year-old beat a man with a bat in a heroic action. And this little slugger can swing, protecting her dad from a robbery situation.
Nice. It's a feel-good bat beating story. That's awesome.
It's a feel-good bat beating story.
Feel-good live comment from Patrick Myers, who says, "There's a lot of ugly on my screen right now."
Welcome to the show, Patrick.
I got one of the best burns ever against me online on one of our Insta videos. One of the 2 cameras that I did. Because I've been dealing with some pretty intense acne on the face. I've been washing the face 3 times a day. I've just cleared
Didn't want to say anything.
Didn't want to say anything. Yeah, thanks, Anon Daddy. But the one guy goes, "Is Mark on meth?" Because I had somebody
had a similar thought, but didn't want to say anything.
I laughed at myself. It burned me to the ground.
Oh, got him.
I'm very self-conscious about my face acne, but then he just burned me to the ground. Yeah.
It's temporary, Mark.
Tough.
That was just a temporary bump on the face.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to put together some therapies. You'll be back on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Back looking non
What can we do about that acne you got, Mark?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
You guys all thinking what I'm thinking?
Let's dive into it. What's the plan here?
I don't know. My wife's got all sorts of products I've been using.
Oh, yeah. You lean on the wife in times like that. Right, Pat, we've already talked about. He's got the baseball beating story. Feel good though. Mark's got a couple of death updates for us in the hole today, which makes sense.
Not feel good.
No, death updates. Typically bad. And I've got keeping the theme going. I've got political asses in the caboose today, so it matches up the whole and the rear today.
Ass
perfectly.
Nice.
Ass.
And these asses are making waves. It's crazy. So you gotta.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trending asses. We got to talk about.
Well, for a good reason.
Didn't take it out for air.
Yeah, it depends on who you ask for a good reason, Wes. It's a real, it's political asses. So it's like obviously comes with that grain of salt of shitty politicalness. But there's a lot.
Get some pink eye to go with this face acne.
If you can't
exactly.
If you can't be unbiased politically when it comes to asses, you've got real problems.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a great ass should really bring people together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about JD Vance. No, I'm kidding.
You have a big butt, big set of buns on him.
Oh, he's got a huge butt.
Oh, yeah.
As a guy with a strong base, I can recognize a guy with a strong base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see a fellow member
Got
of the
some
club.
meat back there.
Similar body types.
Pants hate him.
All right. Well, mine's kind of long. I'll try to keep it short, but let's get into it.
Great tease.
Look at this sweet little girl.
Yeah. Mine's kind of boring.
Look at this. Well, it's just a lot of information.
That's a
This
sweet
will take
little
about
girl,
23 minutes if you want to fast forward.
Isn't it? There's another picture of the same sweet little girl. That's Imane Khelif. Of course, we now know was
So
born.
she has provided the childhood pictures. That's
Yeah.
pretty strong.
Her dad did.
Yeah, her dad did.
Oh man,
And look,
we were all
I
real mean
feel
to her.
bad.
We were
I feel
mean.
bad for some of the things that we joked about during the Olympics when it comes to Olympic gold medalists in the women.
I don't feel bad about
66 kg.
saying she was a shoe-in for the gold because
No, of course not.
Oh, spot on.
No, yeah, she dominated.
Neat analysis.
She dominated. Look at what she did to Angela Carini. She made her cry.
She manhandled those women.
Yeah, she did. She did. Now, of course, this all stems from the original report from the IBA that said she had elevated levels of testosterone, allegedly a Y chromosome, which would mean that maybe she was perhaps a biological male. Of course, her images and the way she was annihilating her opponents didn't do her any favors in the eyes of
Right.
the public. But
Until the kid images, and then that
until
really
the kid
clears
images.
things up.
But hey, we were
Right.
wrong. We were wrong. We'll admit that. Was everyone on the internet who bullied Imane. And again, I showed you some pictures of a little girl. By all accounts, everyone was totally wrong. And again, the media.
I apologize to Imane, but most of my jokes were surrounding her dominance in the ring, and I never once didn't call her. So I
Right.
mean, I feel like I did okay.
Even in my IG, I called her, and I think I tiptoed around it pretty well.
Wes, I think you're like misremembering. I think you're thinking about like the text chain you had with Mark's wife and Mark, because on the show, I hadn't heard the story and you explained it to me and we called it out. Like, this is maybe she's intersex and this is the other.
Right. We said
Right.
she's
Right.
probably intersex. We got fooled by the IBA, who might have a
Yeah.
bone to pick with her, who's Russian based.
Well, the test, they say that they have a test where she has a
They
Y
haven't
chromosome.
produced it, and everyone
Right.
and the IOC
they
and
haven't
people were
produced
saying it's completely fabricated.
Well, look, we're
Exactly.
gonna get to the bottom of it because of what Imane is now doing. So,
real quick, she did look like Tong Po from Kickboxer as well, which was
yeah, but look at her. But Mark, look at her here in her recent interview. She looks
Put makeup on.
She put
It's
makeup
the same
on.
person with makeup on.
Yep, she put makeup on. That does a lot for a lady. You know,
She has the same eyebrows as the Italian chick she whomped, right? Is that like a thing? Look at those eyebrows.
thick,
Look at the
thick
look at,
box. You mean dark-haired women have thick eyebrows?
look at the far
Right, I mean,
eyebrow
that's-
on that one.
Just
And
maybe just a thing,
similar
yeah,
shape.
but- well, also, Pat, the bushiness, the extra bushiness gives you more resistance to punches. So it's a good thing for a boxer,
I
right? You
think
get them
being
real
from
bushy.
Algeria gives you the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Right. It turns out Imane just thought she was killing some caterpillars on that Italian lady's
Right.
face. You got a couple caterpillars on your face.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still there.
Yeah.
So she recently did an
Okay.
interview. I'm going to play you a little bit so we can you can listen closely if you want to, and dissect her voice for a second. But then I'm just going to tell you what she said in the interview. Here's the interview that she just recently did.
ولكن مباشرة بعد ما صارت ضجة كبيرة من طرف سياسيين كبار في العالم
What language is this? now?
ورياضيين
saying,
كبار
Wes?
في العالم
This
وحتى
is, I don't know. That's why I'm going to stop it. What she says is Elon Musk, Trump, the thing that affected me. I'm not lying to you. It affected me. It affected me a lot. Hurt me a lot. I can't describe to you the amount of fear I had. I was afraid that I would say, why did Imane Khelif insist on this? Why was there an uproar from big politicians around the world? I was afraid, but thank God I was able to overcome that stage. She also said the scenario was very scary. Thank God all the people in Algeria and the Arab world knew Imane Khelif with her femininity, her courage, her will. Maybe a slip up talking about Imane as if she's not Imane. Maybe a little slip up or bad translation. I don't know.
Oh, like she spoke in the third person.
Yeah.
A lot of people speak in the third person.
Yeah.
Boxers.
Especially boxers.
yeah,
Ricky
boxers,
Henderson.
rappers, boxers.
Yeah.
Ricky
I'm
Henderson.
kidding. Anyway, what she's up to now is she's suing. She's getting revenge on all the people that cyberbullied her.
She also got revenge with the gold medal. I feel like she's been highly motivated by the accusations because
Yeah.
it has mobilized her to do like win a gold medal. Now she's doing a big lawsuit. Hey, I mean,
Are we
You know,
safe from
maybe-
this lawsuit, Wes?
maybe she comes out on top.
I think we're small enough, and I think that we didn't bully her as much as some of the other people that she's named in the lawsuit. And
We
we
never
don't have
called
any,
her-
we don't have
Thank
any
God
money.
that video didn't get 3 million views.
We never called her trans.
Yeah, we never called her
in writing.
trans, and we never called her
we,
he
or-
in the video.
Nobody.
I think we said
must-
that she was born like a Jamie Lee Curtis a lot.
Yeah, I think you
We,
said that
we
a
said
lot.
that the jury's
did.
out because of the positive test from the IBA. But the thing is that if
Bringing
that's
back the
happening-
Jamie Lee Curtis conspiracy. That's an old one.
I know.
Well, it's because I made a joke about Jamie Lee Curtis. She could solve this all, I feel like, by just doing like an infomercial that explained the whole situation to like rednecks, and then it would just be over because they'd watch it because Jamie Lee's got perfect.
Jamie proved a lot in True Lies. That
Yeah,
song.
she did.
Hooking up with Jamie Lee Curtis at the end of the week. Talk about a Freaky Friday. Am I right?
And in that one movie, what was it?
Trading Places.
Trading Places. Yeah.
I'd like to trade places with you, Pat, if that's the case.
Dan Aykroyd. Yeah.
Trade pants is you got
Yeah.
2 giant caterpillars on your face. I got to get them before they pupate.
Aykroyd was the luckiest man ever in Trading Places. It's
Yeah.
so unbelievable.
So anyway, she, according to Variety, she and her lawyer filed a complaint, and they want an investigation with the National Center for the Fight Against Online Hatred and the Central Office for the Fight Against Crimes Against Humanity and Hate Crimes to conduct an investigation into the counts of cyber harassment due to gender, public insult because of gender, public incitement to discrimination, and public insult because of origin. Now, in the lawsuit, she names X, unknown people, but of course, Elon, who owns X, is part of that. Also, because of this tweet that he put when he was agreeing with Riley Gaines, who is, of course, a big opponent of Leah Thomas, the swimmer, I guess. Riley Gaines said, "Men don't belong in women's sports. Stand with Angela Carini. Let's get it trending." And then Elon reposted it and he said, "Absolutely." So that was
Isn't
Elon.
that a little bit of a stretch, though, to be a direct attack on Imane?
I mean,
You think he stopped there?
It's
Like
it's
legally. I mean, did he tweet anything directly about her?
Well, it was in reference to her for sure.
It
I
is
mean,
in reference to her,
I'll
but there's
tell
nothing
you
in
who
the
did
tweet
is
directly about
J.K.
her.
Rowling.
Yeah, Mark. Here's what
she-
J.K. Rowling said.
It's insane what J.K. Rowling said.
She tweeted with a picture of Imane and Angela Carini crying. "Could any picture sum up our new men's rights movement better? The smirk of a male who knows he's protected by misogynist sporting establishment, enjoying the stress of a woman he's just punched in the head, and whose life's ambition he just shattered."
Yeah,
How-
that's
How quickly did
the
she
other
delete
one.
that after the
Is that
Kiss
still up?
came out?
I don't know. I think I searched for an image on it. I didn't go through all of her
okay.
tweets.
Hang
I
on,
don't
put
know.
it back up.
Gotta
I'll
be
check.
down, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just for legal purposes, she's had to have taken it down. It's
Being a
from
bill-
Eight
What's the
one.
first? What's the first
It's
8
from-
words?
Could any picture sum up?
our new?
Now, and also Trump might be named in this, who is running for president because of what he said on a rally stage. Here's what he had to say about Imane.
I mean, like, how does this work?
And I'd like to congratulate the young woman who transitioned from a man into a boxer.
That's pretty
You
direct.
saw
Yeah.
he won.
He won.
She won the gold medal. How about the young Italian, beautiful Italian boxer? She
Good
got in
stand-up.
there and she didn't know what was going on, and she was a very good boxer, against other women. She didn't count on this. And he's up here, bump, one little jab. Whoa.
He needs to
She
do
goes,
comedy,
"Nobody
man."
ever hit me that way." Then he goes, bump. And she said, "Okay, I had enough."
Bump.
It's crazy what they're doing. And this person won the gold medal. Did they win the gold medal today? What do you think of that, Tim?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think Tim wants. Greg, no good, right? Now, how crazy is it?
So Trump's going to get named.
Of course. Yeah, that's as guilty as you get.
Dude,
Now,
being a
so-
billionaire must be
Like-
so boring, right? You just like run out of shit to do, so you end up like dying on hills you don't need to die on.
Well, he's
How's
campaigning.
it-
He's just like, at the time, it was a thing.
No,
for-
I mean JK, Elon, Trump. There's all
J.K.
three
Rowling tweets still up with 449,000 likes
Whoa,
and
she's
121
standing by that.
impressions. Yeah.
Yeah,
How's it
she
work?
doubled
JK
down on it a few times too.
JK believes that the IAB is going to produce the results. She thinks that there's going to be definitive proof provided. The pictures of Imane as a girl are pretty definitive, so I don't know what she's waiting on.
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
a lot
her
of the
lawyer-
people defending her and being like, you guys are being bigots. We're like, hey, idiots, Algeria doesn't allow a single gay person in their country, which is like, that's not a great defense, but
Yeah.
right.
It's not a good defense at all. I didn't understand that defense. Like, do people never break laws? Like, it was like,
is that a good thing?
right.
That's bad, right?
I think they would say like she would be risking her life to do
Yeah, I know what
shit.
they're saying, but it was just a funny. It was still a funny defense, being like,
It was a stupid defense.
You're
yeah.
a bigot because Algeria doesn't like any gays. No
Right.
gays.
I mean,
The
what
Taliban doesn't allow homosexuality.
what state is the statute in, right? Because you can sue in America, right? And if you're an American citizen, it's accepted by an American court. It would be a civil lawsuit.
Yes. So right now it's in France, but they are going to move it into America too, which is why Jake Paul and Logan Paul might have something to worry about, because
But
Logan Paul tweeted, "This is the purest of evil unfolding right before your eyes. A man was allowed to beat up a woman on a global stage, crushing her live stream while fighting for her deceased father. This delusion must end." And then he did apologize. He said, "Oopsie, I might be guilty of spreading misinformation along with the entirety of this app, blah, blah, blah." But he stands by the fact that he wouldn't want a biological man in there fighting a woman, which
and then he lost his WWE United States title the next weekend, probably because of that.
So I mean, the fact that he did the oopsie, some of these people get like a slap on the wrist. Trump may actually but how do they actually? Is this like in a court of law? They will, levy a
So
civil
they
suit
will
against-
if it goes and no one pays her off, or decides they don't want it, they'll go to trial because of the harassment and the bullying, and it's a crime. And they're gonna take it to America too. And her lawyer, according to Variety, said that he doesn't give a fuck about apologies or anything. He said that he's going to take it to the U.S. equivalent of the French Office for Combating Online Hate, and the facts are the facts, and he's going to see it through, and she's going to get paid.
Right,
because
she's gonna get paid.
She's going to get paid. I don't think anyone's going to want to take this
so
to
like
court, but
dystopian though, like shit that people are tweeting now. They're gonna have to pay this woman so much money. It's just
I think in the UK, in some places, they're putting people in jail, like for in Ireland. Conor McGregor was investigated for stirring up like a riot potentially based on his tweets, and they're arresting people over there in the UK.
it's ridiculous. I mean, there's just no more freedom of speech. Just shut down the fucking internet if you're gonna arrest people for typing shit on it.
Right.
But if she's only suing the 3 billionaires,
as of now,
he says he's going after. He's taking it as far as it can go. The entire. I don't give a fuck about it being billionaires. It's a matter of principle to me. I think
joke,
this is
Willie.
No, I don't like that part of it either, Will. But I mean, an apology would be nice from like the J.K. Rowlings of the world, and
Rowling should take the tweet down and probably be like, "I've seen the girl
like
picture."
Logan Paul did it correctly. Apologized.
Yeah, she said she's gotten some apologies. I don't think from Trump yet. I don't think from JK.
No.
I don't think from Elon. So it's going to be a payday probably for her. Which maybe she does.
But shouldn't it be the IBF that really gets sued here? I mean, that's who really fucked her life up.
Good
right?
point.
Like,
Yeah.
The
putting the
IBA,
information out there.
Yeah.
Or IBA. That's who's liable for this shit ultimately.
Yeah, but they can't do this in Russia because Russia wouldn't ever agree to
Russia
laugh
doesn't
this
put up
out of
with this
court.
shit. Yeah.
Russia would be like, are you fucking kidding? No.
Yeah.
Leave.
But
But America and France will, because we're
Yeah.
so progressive and advanced, I guess.
and she's not the only one that's filing harassment. Also, remember the people from the opening ceremonies that got the threatening messages and insults, the drag queen Nikki Doll. So they're filing complaints too for online bullying and harassment. So we'll see where this all goes.
Hey, maybe I could sue the guy who said my horrific face looks like
probably
a
could,
You
Mark.
could, Mark.
Probably could. You should get that dude's information and ruin his life.
Yeah.
You could.
I'd like to read the
It's
statute
legal now.
I'm
It's
interested
legal
in what the actual statute is, because I doubt it's as.
Well, cyberbullying has become a very big thing in America because of teen suicide, obviously, and all that. So it's
that's the
become
bad
a-
Dude, if
part
we
about it.
collected all of the fucking comments, we could probably win so many lawsuits. We should get on it.
Yeah, but we give it
would
out
be fucking
too.
billionaires.
We got to take it. We give it out pretty good too. Like
Yeah.
we're,
We're wide
dancing
open.
on the edge of this
You're
amazing
saying
thing.
Imane Khelif doesn't give it out pretty good? She just pummeled her way to the fucking gold
I
easily.
feel like
She
we're on the
gives
give it out
great.
and we got to take
You know?
it side. That's just our lives, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm down to that.
But all these people are worked up, and you know what they need to do is just pop in a nice 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Lucy. Lucy isn't like every other nicotine pouch company that's owned by Big Tobacco. They're like the mom and pop shop of pouches. They come in a variety of strengths from 4 milligrams all the way up to 12s, which Mark loves. I like the 8 the 8 mangoes. I think Will is on the 12 mangoes. They got the breakers, which little capsule of flavor when you put them in your mouth. You just pop that thing. They are awesome. And
Pat's on those people should get arrested for tweets 4s.
I re-upped my Lucy's today, and I can't wait. So if you need a little jolt, with I throw one in right before the show, and I'm ready to go. And that's awesome because Lucy's awesome. And it makes me feel good and energized. So let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/hardfactor. Use promo code hardfactor. Get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co and use code hardfactor to get 20% off and always free shipping. Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning: this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Wes, that was a lot less boring, than you promised us. So
I didn't say it was boring. I said long. Pat's the one that said it would be boring.
I didn't say that at all. I said that was a hell of a tease.
You gotta.
You insinuated it. Just
no,
like
the guy,
many people.
I made the boring joke.
Okay.
What were you
That was
saying?
a joke. I know
The guys literally said. I didn't say it.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I apologize, Pat.
I
There you
apologize to you.
very, very not J.K. Rowling of you.
Yeah, exactly. Apologize to everyone.
Look at the chivalry on the set today. This is incredible.
Just tweeting that from her wooden yacht. All right, guys, let's go to Minnesota. Let me start by asking you, what kind of dude or lady, usually in this country, owns a liquor store?
Drunk.
Oh man, yeah. Somebody who's drunk themselves or doesn't mind drunk.
If you go by Cheers, maybe a sober person like Ted Danson was.
Exactly.
Right, you could be a sober person who wants to capitalize on drunks, and how.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
kind of fucked up.
drunks don't own liquor stores, guys. Usually, or at least they're not going to last very long. Maybe they do. I don't know. I was more getting at immigrants. It's a time-tested position that an immigrant, a business an immigrant can start or take over to level up in this world. Because owning a liquor store, let's be honest, is a dirty fucking business.
Yeah, which is why I wouldn't put it past these immigrants to be drunks. I'm just saying that.
I mean, it would help to know.
Goddamn drunken immigrants working their fingers to the bone.
You got to be on the new, weed, THC drinks and like the new Cutwaters and whatever else is coming out. You got to be on the pulse.
If I'm working at a liquor store, I'm at least sampling. Yeah, the new products.
Sure,
100%. No, I didn't say the liquor store employees. Will I said the owners?
I know, but a lot of times it's family deal. You know what I mean?
That's true.
A lot of grandpa at the register.
Well, a lot of. Do you have any questions
and
first?
Stuff.
In the interviews, a lot of the. Do you have any questions? First questions are: What's the employee discount here?
What's the discount and when can I employ it?
Burp right after.
Do I get a shift bottle? Is there a shift bottle?
Can I start that discount now while you're making your decision?
When do I get the keys?
How drunk can I get while I'm working?
When can I get the keys?
Immigrants, it's awesome, right? Thank God for them doing tough jobs. Owning a liquor store is a tough job. Another question I'm going to ask you: what grade are you in when you're 8? Wes, you might know this. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh, geez, I'm going to say like 4th grade, third grade.
Yeah. What do you think like the average 3rd grader or 8-year-old weighs? What do you think the average weight?
60 pounds.
Tiny, small, right?
Yeah.
You're a lot smaller than anyone else. Like this asshole right here, who you can see has a shiner on his face that looks like Mark's upper lip last week. And that's because an 8-year-old whose dad owns a liquor store beat that motherfucker in the face with a baseball bat, man.
Oh, shit.
Absolutely.
Well, but a bat's different, right? I thought you said...
No, it wasn't. She wasn't a Imane Khelif up there. Like she wasn't using her hands. She had a bat, but it was bold.
For 8 years old, it's still impressive.
Yeah.
It's impressive as shit. The robber, who's a 37-year-old man named I lost his name, but he's 37 and he's got kind of a fuckboy haircut, and he rolled in with a BB gun to this Minnesota liquor store trying to rob it. And let's go to local news to hear what happened and maybe see some of this action.
Baseball bat, definitely. over BB
It's
gun.
back to business after a big scare at big discount liquor store in Maplewood.
I'm never going to forget.
Leo says he was preparing to close the store around 9:30 Saturday
They
night
gave me the
when
keys.
this man walked in and wandered through the store. Surveillance video shows him wearing
Never
an
gonna
Amazon
forget this one.
uniform, reaching in his pocket before setting a realistic BB gun on the counter.
Put the gun on the table. He asked me to give him all the money and everything I got in the register. And I told him, yes, I give you everything.
But behind the counter, beside Leo, his 8-year-old daughter.
I tried to talk to him and say, you know what? I got my daughter here. Can you just please put the
Now
gun
you're in
down,
trouble.
move it
Can you
away from
deliver
her.
the
I
robbery
will give you
later?
everything. Take everything. It's money. I don't care. You know, I just care about the safety for her.
But when he started walking behind the counter,
I'm a dad. I'm not going to be let that happen.
Leo punches the man, wrestling him to the floor. Seconds
yeah.
later, I'm coming to the rescue. You see his brave little girl
So I'm so proud of her.
Dude, she took him out
She's so
mafia style.
grab a baseball bat.
Yes.
This is the bat. She was swallowing it.
Hitting the suspect before running away.
That day I was saying,
Leo
I
already
just-
had him on the ground.
I just
Yeah.
want to
Beating
cry
him with the
when I
bat.
see the video because I was like, I don't expect she do that. I expect
He's
like
laughing at him.
a
He's
little
laughing
girl
at him.
crying or.
I mean, we are
An
Dominican.
incredible act of heroism
She said she wanna be defending.
from a little girl who saw her dad needed help. In Maplewood, Uba Ali, WCCO News.
She goes back for another hit. It was immigrant on immigrant crime, guys. The 37-year-old man that was dressed like an Amazon worker, his name is Conshobar Morel. And look, maybe I'm being a little bit small-minded, but I ain't never met a Conshobar that was born right here in the U.S. of A. Am I right?
Not typical.
Never heard that name before.
Conshobar. Yeah, I mean, the Amazon outfit is pretty slick. You got to admit that gets you half in the door. And then he had the BB gun. Props to Leo for immediately swinging on the fucker. Like as soon as Conshobar looked down, the first thing Leo was doing. Leo's a gigantic man. He could be a 400 pounder. Yeah, 100%.
Not much mobility on him, but
No.
I had to wait till he got pretty close.
once he gets mitts on you, yeah, it's like that. The guy, I think that Leo recognized it was a fake gun because the guy kept putting it back in his pocket and being weird about the gun. Like he never actually held it, pointed it at Leo. Like it was kind of clear he didn't want him to see it too closely. So I think Leo figured it out that it was not a real gun. And that's when he
Not
fucked
everyone has crowd control skills in a robbery. It's a hard trait to find in a crewman is crowd control skills. And I bet if you're a liquor store guy, you deal with so much bullshit, you can kind of tell from the energy how serious the guy is, and like probably tipped his identification of the gun. But I mean, the girl probably, how many swipes did she take? 5 swipes at that guy? Just
At
kept
least more.
That's
We're
pretty
still going to
sick.
say that was impressive. Those were pathetic.
They were pathetic, Mark.
Thank you,
They
Mark.
didn't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't
he
do
did-
anything.
No.
Well, the punch is what gave the guy the shiner.
Her dad gave
So
the
the punch
shiner.
gave him the shiner, the first punch.
She was all over.
Everything
She
else.
was legs.
She's doing
yeah.
nothing at all.
She did nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
sorry,
glad
guys.
that she swung the bat at him. I thought it was brave of her.
Look, I
But-
wasn't going to say anything, but you brought it back up again.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Leo?
I
Hit
hope
him in the crotch
exactly
there.
with
It looks like.
Yeah,
Going
she's
for the
trying to
crotch.
not-
with his nuts. Yeah,
She's
that's
trying to
great.
not hit her dad. I mean, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, her dad is huge.
Yeah.
He's huge.
A lot of
Hey,
surface area.
Cecil Gannon in the chat, he's defending the big boys. He says he moves great for a fat guy. It's true,
Yeah.
but then you saw at the end where the other dude easily like just popped up and headlocked him because he literally couldn't get off his knees. So like,
Yeah, he gassed real quick.
He needs to have a little bit more gas in the tank, a little bit more mobility, because without him being on his home turf there, he may have eventually got fucked up.
Who needs
Yes, I agree
mobility
with
when
you,
your
Will. He was
daughter
running
has
out of
a
gas and he was getting in a
mobility-
headlock there.
club? Do you think that Leo
I'm sure the cops
usually,
arrived pretty quick after that, but
usually wears fingerless gloves, or do you think this is a after the attack thing? Look at that right there.
No, that's an
Well,
everyday
it's-
thing.
yeah,
Okay.
every day.
All right. Sorry,
His
that wasn't
money
impressive.
counting glove.
No, Pat,
I
it
like
was a
the
great
story. I just didn't think
Loved
she
it.
was,
She doesn't hit him very hard with the bat. Yeah.
it was cute. So my first story, I don't really have much on it, and it's awful. It's
cute.
short, and my second story is very long. Here we go. So a woman,
So strap in, motherfuckers.
a woman was found dead. This isn't funny. A woman was found dead on a trail in Northern California last week, and it's due to a dog attack. Now I know what you're thinking, Wes.
Well, I would be thinking that, but I know I've seen this article, which is why I didn't cover it because I'm biased. But
Oh no! So you're telling me that this pokes a hole in your narrative?
no, not at all.
It's just because there weren't pit bulls around. Because what happened is shortly after discovering 56-year-old Davina Corbin of Feather Falls, California's body, a report came out that 25 stray Great Danes were seen running around in a pack. A pack of Great Danes is not great.
25 of them? They must have been that's like a breeder that they escaped
That's
from.
way more menacing than a pack of pit bulls, by the way.
Yeah, they're like
I
300,
mean,
like
Great
270
Danes
pounds.
are massive.
They're
I mean,
huge.
so much bigger than any pit bull.
They're like
It's-
horses.
Yeah,
But
I
their
mean, there's
bite
certainly
force is not
I mean, I'm sorry. R.I.P. to the woman.
Their
I'm sorry,
aggression.
that's amazing. But you know,
no, but to
that-
non-dog
pack-
people,
I mean,
a
a
Great
pack-
Dane is probably scarier than a pit bull. Like because
Yeah.
the size where they come up to on your body, that's scary as shit. If you don't,
Dude, even the dog people, they're humongous.
They're
They can
huge.
jump when they put their paws up on you. They can put their paws like on your shoulders as a grown ass man.
An
Like,
impressive sight, but now that they have a taste for blood, I'd steer clear. You wouldn't expect this to happen in a place called Feather Falls. This is more fitting for a place like Mauler's Pass or Devil's Dick Bend, but it happened. And now they did round up all the dogs eventually, so there's no more threat in Feather Falls and the trails out there. And they are running DNA tests on all the dog bites found on Davina's body to find out which of these massive dogs they're going to have to euthanize. They haven't put
So
any
that,
down
well,
yet.
no, I mean, they're not going to slaughter all 25.
Not all 25 of them bitter, they don't think. They're going to get tested out.
what a
Right.
waiting period that is. Just being in a pen with 24 of your buddies, and you know that one of these motherfuckers is going to be dead soon.
Yeah.
Well, did they eat her body or did they?
I mean, they didn't eat her body, but they made sure she was dead. The owner of
They tried
Great
it.
Yeah, they tried
Yeah,
it.
I mean, some of them tried it, right? You
They
got-
did. The owner of Great Dane Daycare in Feather Falls refused to comment.
Is that real?
No. but I'm on your tip. You're like, it's probably a breeder. It's probably a guy that
Yeah.
had all 25 and left the
25.
gate open, you know. Whoops.
Is that a picture of them? The actual ones, the black ones?
No,
The-
no.
So the lady's name
we
was
get some
Feather.
eyes on this pack. I want to see this pack of feral
Well,
brick.
they're all
Great
in like
Danes.
cages now, you know. I don't know if there's video out there or not.
Something tells me one of them was a pit bull.
the one that actually bit. There's
Yeah.
24 Great Danes, peaceful Great Danes. And a pit
Yeah.
bull.
On
No,
stilts.
don't do it.
Yeah.
It's a
I mean,
frame job.
there's-
See?
I
mixed
have
with-
to.
I'm
I
mixed
have
with
to.
That's one of the most terrifying sights, though. A pack of 25 feral Great Danes. I can't even
Why?
find a picture of feral Great Danes.
Because they're
'Cause
enormous,
They're
Pat.
huge, dude.
No, but
4
no,
feet tall
guys,
each.
They're the tallest
I'm not-
dog in the world.
Guys, I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not saying why would that be scary. I'm saying why were 25 Great Danes together? That's really
Yeah.
what I'm trying to figure out.
Well,
Why?
I think it's the guys are on it. Some breeder let them loose or some shit.
We don't know yet, but maybe we'll find out later. There's
Feral
some
Great Danes.
images of them.
That's the Danes.
Oh, there's a collie in there.
Yeah, there's something that's not a Dane.
I don't know.
What?
That's only
You gotta
five. That's only
examine
5
the
of the
footage,
25 too. That's
I think we're gonna find out
in
some
there.
interesting information when this is all said and done.
we'll keep you updated.
you think there's more to the story?
Oh, look at that! That's a pit bull right
Whoa,
there.
that's a pit there.
That's a
There is
fucking
one
pit bull
clear,
right
there's
there.
one clear pit bull right in the middle.
That's clearly a pit bull.
Clearly, yeah.
Well, there's your culprit, boys.
Wow.
That one's
Vindicated
gonna have the
again.
DNA on him.
Yeah, I mean it's a great
Wes,
headline.
right again. Mama's
25
wrong
Great
again.
Danes. But
Holy
the odds
hell,
are
Damn.
man,
All right,
that's
another
funny.
tragic death update.
R.I.P.
I guess this is an update. That was a new one. If you'd like to hear it this Friday, Matthew Perry, aka Miss Chenandler Bong. Remember, he died of a ketamine overdose. Sad. I'm a big fan of his work. Well, 5 people have now been charged in his death, including his assistant, who injected the lethal dose that killed him.
Whoa.
5 people arrested.
She was injecting ketamine into him. Is it like
He-
his girlfriend though?
He,
Is this
59-year-old live-in assistant Asian man Kenneth Iwamasa,
Oh.
and also charged as 42-year-old doctor, Santa Monica doctor Salvador Plasencia, who issued the drugs to Perry, even though he knew he had an issue with addiction that was, quote, spiraling out of control, in his own words. Another doctor and a drug dealer described as a wizard and also known as the ketamine queen.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was thinking when I read this, like you know he's in recovery, right? But ketamine is a drug that people use for recovery, right? Is the assistant? Do you think Perry has him in a situation where he's like, no, this is good for me, I need this, or do you think the assistant
It's somewhat
just,
entrapment, I'm sure.
just
No,
knows? he's
No,
just
they know.
fucking-
He just wants it.
yeah.
I'm going to give you a lot more details here. The
But
charges
he was
come-
in on it. The assistant was in on the scheme or something.
No, Perry wanted the drugs. The
Yeah.
assistant was just doing his bidding.
Yeah.
But he knew it was dangerous, and you'll hear soon. The charges come from U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California, Martin Estrada, who said that the assistant and doctors knew better and that they administered a drug that requires careful care and monitoring after they, and they didn't. They didn't
Perry
monitor.
was
They
paying for
negligently just left him alone to drown in a pool. Now, Dr. Palencia
sorry,
allegedly
Alan.
reached out to another doctor, Mark Chavez of San Diego, who owned a ketamine clinic, and texted him things about Perry, like, quote, "I wonder how much this moron will pay." And then Dr. Chavez responded to that with a "let's find out," while switching back and forth between rubbing his hands together in evil delight and doing the "make it rain at the club" motion.
Yeah, I'm sure they were enjoying his money.
Yeah, it's
For
all
sure.
in text.
The ketamine clinics is likely it's the new trend, right? That a lot of people are doing. They're popping up. It's deregulated a lot of places. So like it's a serious drug. It's a great therapy.
You can still
man,
OD on it. The therapy
Oh,
is
big
like
time.
minor doses.
These were big
Right.
doses. The doctors were giving him because he was.
So
The
is
moron was paying.
his assistant? Does his assistant work for the?
No.
drug
He
people
just
also?
reached out. You'll hear who else he reached out to in a second. Doctor, he just lives with him and gives him drugs because Perry's too drugged up to give himself drugs. Dr. Placencia shot Perry up personally several times. And then getting sick of driving over there and doing it himself, he just taught the assistant how to do it. The drugs from the doctors was not enough for Perry, though. So his assistant, at his request, reached out to, I assume, his ketamine loving buddy, Eric Fleming, for more, who said, "Oh, man, you got to use the ketamine queen, Jasveen Sangha." So they did.
Okay.
Sangha is a dual UK-US citizen who lives in North Hollywood and has been dealing ketamine and other drugs to the stars for several years.
Intervene, Jasveen. Yeah.
Yeah. Her ketamine is so strong that they know it killed a man in similar style to Perry in 2019. That guy's brother sent the ketamine queen a text saying, "The ketamine you sold my brother killed him. It's listed as the cause of death." To which she replied in her head, "Good. Now that this is out there, this information, I wonder how much more these morons will pay," while rubbing her hands together and switching.
She
to
seems
make
like
it emotional.
really the only criminal in this situation so far.
Well, the two doctors that gave him incredibly high doses and called him a
Yeah, but-
moron are definitely
yeah,
criminal.
but I mean, that's just he was a
He
drug
should
addict
not have
who
been
was
issued
doing-
that much drugs, and they knew it. They were texting about it the whole time.
Yeah, maybe they should have their licenses suspended. But I mean, like the only criminal.
No,
so
you
far
can't.
is
No,
this
you can't.
one.
As a doctor, you can't give out drugs that shouldn't be given out in high doses. That's criminal. All these morons have been arrested as there was a ridiculous text thread communication the entire time between them, just admitting everything and knowing it was wrong throughout the entire every text. The ketamine queen even texted, "We need to delete all these messages," but too late, right? Her home was raided and federal agents and detectives found 80 vials of ketamine, 3 pounds of orange pills containing meth, hallucinogenic mushrooms, and cocaine. The ketamine queen was also arrested in March for, quote, being a large volume drug dealer. She was released from custody, posting $100,000 bond, probably by some stars that wanted drugs, but she's fucked now.
I mean, she's the star of the show. The other people are getting fucked by association, basically.
Well, the assistant's just doing his bidding. He lives there. He gets free room and rent, and he does
He
whatever
really
else
got
he
fucked.
wants.
I don't see
But
how that's a
the
crime.
doctors are horrible. They're like just texting, calling him a moron.
Yeah, they should
like,
get
how much will he
something.
buy?
But I mean,
Yeah.
the serious criminal is the one who gave him the lethal dose, the ketamine.
Well, yeah, the drug dealer, probably in order, it's the drug dealer, and then the doctors, and then the assistant.
The assistant is the one who injected him with the lethal dose, right?
The assistant did, he's doing what he asked. It's his boss. It's like, I mean,
Yeah, but
It was kind of part of being an assistant to a celebrity.
Yeah. It was like the 50th time he injected him, though. Well, Wes, it was like this was over like a year. Like it
Right,
wasn't his first time. It wasn't one for
Right.
one.
Right.
He injected
Yeah.
him too much, and then they left him in the pool. Like had they kept eyes on him, he probably wouldn't have died because he
He's
drowned.
negligent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Needle accuracy
Negligence.
is in a lot of resumes that I've seen of assistants.
the negligence of when you're taking care of somebody who's like falling over on ketamine. I mean, it's just it's a ridiculous situation to begin with. Like,
Live comment from Cecil says, "I knew a ketamine queen one time. Eyes were way off." Yeah. So, anyways, big update. Big
K-hole.
update there.
Yeah.
Lots of arrests.
R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
Yes.
Yeah, R.I.P.
but.
Let's do butts. All right,
butts.
taking it to the internet to start off the butt story. Paulina Luna, a representative from Florida, at real Anna Paulina tweets, "I'm confirming that I have indeed worn swimsuits, and you can tell I am biologically a woman. Hashtag MAGA." She tweets that. Why would she tweet something like that? I was very confused. You guys have any what would cause
a shit posting troll who's playing into
right? I mean, she's trolling obviously
culture
with
war politics.
She's obviously trolling
probably because she's a troll with a nice butt.
Was that a fundraising tweet?
I have no idea why somebody would tweet that, but I looked into it and I still don't fully understand. But here's the long and the short of it. Paulina claims that the quote unquote TikTok Democrats, and we'll talk about this more later, like who exactly it is. This is one of the only things I could find, that the TikTok Democrats found her old modeling photos and videos and are trying to use them against her now. The thing is, though, Paulina is a former Swimsuit Edition and Maxim model. So how do you use any of this?
Thing is, though, is it just
against her
makes her look incredibly hot.
She's
so
real hot.
I'm gonna have to show you guys some samples now.
Yeah.
Here's Anna at the beach with her ass in the American bikini.
How dare she?
Flag. It's a nice photograph. Here she is in another swimsuit that she made herself. She designed and sold homemade swimsuits before she was in Congress there. Just showing off the American flag ones a whole lot. And then here.
Put that one back up. See, it's hard to not get interested in the election denialism when you see that, and then in the top right it says Trump won up there. If I'm a young voter, right, I'm seeing that.
It's a great picture.
All right, let me get it. There's some questions.
What the hell were your eyes doing up there, Pat?
Well, Anna's marketing skills. Anna's marketing skills are off the charts. Pat did inform us all that the Trump one thing was in the back. Hadn't seen it.
I looked at that picture for 3 hours and not seen that. Good eye, Pat.
Here's the specific video. Since you guys need to see the samples of what people are outraged by. Here's the specific video that she says is being used against her. It's easier to see. This is a MAGA swimsuit that she made herself. She's modeling it, and it's heavily focused on the butt.
And what's their fucking problem with this?
I don't know. And then the Daily Mail's running it. I mean, everybody is really upset by this, and I just want to show it to you guys a few times.
I don't think too many people are upset.
I think she's pretending that people are upset.
Yeah,
I agree, Wes. Who's upset?
I don't think people are upset. I think maybe
nobody's upset.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of
publicity for her.
Yeah,
she's saying that this is being used against her will, and that everybody is now posting her swimsuit pics. This is against your will, and
it's used for her to tweet all this shit back out.
It's disgusting what's going on here, guys.
This is mostly affecting people in the center, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here she is on roller skates in a bikini. Well, I guess it's a one piece. One of her designs, probably.
Thank you.
It goes on. You get it. You understand what's happening there. Mm-hmm. Anyways, back to the people who are actually mad about it. Literally nobody. The only TikTok post I could find that was like somewhat viral about it is this giant nerd from Now This complaining about Luna wearing camo bikinis and other stuff. Wow. So I guess he's using it against her, this one weirdo at Now This. But I'd like to be the first to thank him and Anna for their service, because I'm glad I got to find out about this. Is
she running for? Is she a congresswoman? Is she running for Congress?
She's already in Congress, so this is just out of the blue.
She's the body of Congress.
She's getting reelected, that's for sure.
I mean, she's gonna pick up some votes with the bikini videos. I think.
Yeah.
Producer Eric says she planted this 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
But the one thing she has, I think that she waited for one. Like Now This did post this complaining about her, so she waited for the one counter, like the Oppo people, to post one thing about it, and she was like,
that's right,
now it's on.
She certainly wasn't responding to the 100% positive comments about her body.
Right. She waited for the one counter people to complain about her camo bikinis.
That's a great point.
Just goes off with it.
It's kind of a backfire, right? Because you want to use that if you're on the right as much as possible, like to get the base riled up, but the lady base doesn't want to see this. The male base does, though.
Oh yeah, she's just. I mean, wants the Florida man vote. That's what she's going after.
Air Force veteran too. Okay.
Oh, she is 6 years in the Air Force.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, that's why I thank both of them. The nerd who complained and her, because it was great for all of us in the end. So thank you.
Congress has gotten so hot.
Yeah.
Congress keeps getting hotter.
Congress didn't used to be this hot.
Speaking of that, Bobert got her tattoo covered up, and she has a half body tribal, if that's real. That's crazy.
And since she went to Congress, and like she's really good at covering it, like really, really good. And as soon as you sent that picture in the chat, I said, "This is a new pick." Okay, because I've seen them all when it comes to Bobert.
It's got to be new. I just don't know if it's real or not. But yeah,
but
allegedly.
Who said in the chat that she had a side piece in her Model Mayhem photos? Okay, is it possible that's a cover up, or she got
no? Because it's the wrong side.
So it's a
Mayhem photos
complimentary side piece.
They might be mirrored. I don't know.
Half body tribal is intense. She's like the Brian Urlacher of
right.
We should get him up and inspect. I'll work
like
on
she
that.
should be on the arm of like a UFC fighter at the UFC event.
Yeah. Now it's a real mid 90s move, so it's confusing. But
I wonder how low it goes.
Oh, you know.
I wonder what it does down. You know,
it's like a
spiral. Does it spiral around that thing?
It comes back up again. It does it all.
All right. We gotta cool it off. End the show on that note. Thank you for listening.
We got time, Will. Let me just get this other Bobert picture up real quick so we can see. I just want to see because we just got to know we're journalists, Big J. All right.
My story was already just so horny. I was a little uncomfortable with how horny it was, and then now we're just
got a little awkward.
Oh yeah, now we're going down the rabbit hole.
JD Vance in the
ladies' room,
in the bathroom in high school with some ladies using the urinals. I came up to
that guy.
Look at that guy. Yeah.
Is that a USB drive around his neck?
Yeah,
he's a huge nerd.
All right,
that's all of his porn on around his neck.
All right, so she has like the big like stamp with the cross on it.
Right, but that's on the wrong side of her. That's on the wrong side in the picture.
So now she's got a tribal on the right side, allegedly.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, because see, if you twist her, if she turns around, that the picture on the Patches put up would be on her left
other side of her body.
Yeah, but in the bikini one, it's on her right side.
Right. So she has a tribal on the right side now. Everything is torso tattoos here. If you're not seeing the pictures, and so Bobert adorning her torso.
Do you think it's like an arrow pointing at that thing at the end? Do you think it's like an arrow?
It makes you wonder.
It's like an air traffic controller.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder.
It's gonna be a late night for me.
That's going to do it for Hard Factor this week. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, if you need more Hard Factor, go to patreon.com/Hard Factor for up to 3 weekly bonus podcasts and Discord chat access. Plus, we do trivia on there sometimes, movie meetups, stuff like that. Get at us. But most importantly, have yourself a great fucking weekend.